Hey, we're going to show you our favorite Toyota rigs at Overland Expo Mountain West. Let's start with the Tundra, huh? You might have seen this before, but we did put a flatbed on it. Now the flatbed is actually wrapped. This is kind of quintessential Tundra build if you want to get rowdy off-road, overlanding. It's got an FSR Odyssey on top. Sherpa rack with the adapt plates, so you can actually use that as a front porch. Right now it has the ADD bumper on the front, but that's been discontinued, and we're going to switch it up and go a little bit more Aussie style on the front too. And this is placed, we built it. It's at the Falcon Tire booth here at Expo. Baja designs everything, Alpha Rex, and of course the wrap from Pureblind. So let's go see some other trucks that we built, placed in booths. Come on. Hey, real quick, if you follow us, you've probably seen the Super Pacific Canopy campers. These are the best in the game. They come at a little bit higher price point, but it's because of the quality, and it's absolutely worth it. Check out one of our other videos here. I show you how to sleep 4 people in a short bed Tacoma. But here it is. They got a booth set up at Expo. It's built like an airplane, so it's got rivets. It's flexible, but it's strong. Super high quality. And my favorite feature is that the entire bed platform moves out of the way. They call it living room mode. So you can stand up in your entire truck bed, which beats even like any sort of teardrop camp or anything like that, because you can actually change inside. You can make a kitchen inside and stand up inside. SuperPacificUSA.com. Use the code MTN Yotas at checkout. We'll help you out. We're an installer too if you need it done in Colorado. Guys, this is Caleb from C4. I assume you've heard of C4 before because they make the highest quality bumpers in the Toyota market. They just came out with a new series. Caleb, why don't you tell us about it, man?
Yeah, so this is our new Rock Runner series that we've got for the 3rd gen Toyota Tacoma. These ones aren't quite available yet. We just finished the line, product line and everything in Diamondback right before we came to the show. But later this year we're going to have them available. So this whole product line is really based around being ultra high clearance, lighter weight, functional, but really the clearance is the key here for big tires, doing more serious off-roading and all that kind of stuff. So the front bumper here is a full plate formed design with winch mount and everything. And then we'll have a cover plate you can add if you don't want a winch and you just want a sleek look. And then the sides are bolt-on wings. You can go either tube or plated design depending on what you prefer and what you would like them to look. And then we also offer, we're going to have a kind of an industry first deal here because it's no one provides this unless it's custom work. But we provide a lower crossmember delete. So there's typically a crossmember that hangs down below the radiator here that we cut it out and provide a new one that goes in its place, super high clearance, and a skid that works with it. So approach angle is maximized. It's a pretty cool setup.
Yeah, when you run these kind of Baja looking bumpers, that crossmember looks terrible hanging out, so they provided a solution for that too. They have the fender liner kit, the OTF kit where you get a cab mount relocate and fender liners in one. It's a sweet product too that's newer, maybe you haven't seen that yet. Man, these Rock Runner bumpers look sweet, front and rear, plated or tubed. Super simple, lightweight, high clearance, and they're also doing some sliders that are Rock Runner series too, so keep your eye out, get them installed at Mountain Yotas, would you? Thanks. You got this.
Hey, just tell me what to do with my hands.
Just breathe. Hey, this is Mateo from Tacoma Beast, and he's got a truck here in the CBI and Prinzu booth. Why don't you tell us about this build, Mateo?
So this right here is my 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. It's taken me places, man. It's been a fun ride. It's taken a couple different shapes here and there. Up in the front we have the CBI Dakar bumper with Heritage lights all around. Looks sweet. For suspension we have King Off-Road with Dirt King upper and lower control arms. These are their standard ones, not long travel, just standard length with a 3-inch all around. And then up top we have the Prinzu cab rack with CBI rock sliders with the kick out. I love this kick out right here. You know, when you're getting into a tight spot, this right here will get you out of trouble. It'll allow you to kind of pivot, which is really nice. What else do we got? This setup right here, I kind of built it to have a lot of gas tanks. Like you can see, we have 2 Rotopax tanks here. We also have more gas back here, and the reason for it is it's kind of stayed this way when we went on the Pony Express. We went on a 600-mile off-road adventure where we didn't have any gas station stops or food stops. So the truck had to be fully outfitted for like long distance travel with you know, you had to have the gas. If not, you were stranded in the middle of nowhere. It's
crazy, dude. You got a lot of weight back in the rear here with the dual swing out and everything. What'd you do to address it in the back? You got some heavy springs?
So for the springs, we have the Deaver, the Expedition series. They're the stage 3. That way it can sustain the amount of weight that we put back here, right? We have the CVI bed rack, CVT Tacoma Beast limited edition tent, and then we have the CVI high clearance rear bumper with the dual swing out.
Awesome, man.
With the Dometic fridge back there and deck system.
As good as it gets right there, man.
Yeah, dude.
Tacoma Beast. You've obviously heard of these guys. It's all about the taco there. If you ever need anything at all from them, you cannot go wrong buying anything from Tacoma Beast. They will take care of you. This dude's a real deal. It's a good dude.
Thanks,
you can
man.
trust him. Absolutely.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate you. I appreciate what you've done for this industry too, man.
Yeah.
He's the
Thanks,
real
man.
deal right there.
This guy's awesome, man. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe.
Hell yeah, there it is. This little beauty right here is my personal favorite truck at the show. This is the Mountain Yotas 3rd Gen 4Runner. Solid axle swapped on the front with trail gear stuff. We did a custom 3-link on the rear. That's a 22 off-road Tacoma axle in the rear. It's got 40-inch Mickey Thompsons on it. It has these beautiful new X Bravo wheels from Alpha Equipped and an art wrap that's generated using AI. Alien ship. Even the textures on here were made from AI. Pureblind knocked it out of the park on this, obviously, as they always do. We have True North bumpers that are all clear powder coated. Of course, a Sherpa roof rack, and it's raw. And we're rocking the FSR Aspen Light Talon size Signature Series tent up there. I can't wait to wheel this thing. It just got on its feet. Clearly my favorite. Stay tuned for some wheeling adventures on this rig. Oh, guess what? It's my second favorite rig. This is my personal Tacoma. It's a 21 TRD Pro, wide body kit, ADV, front and rear. C4 rock sliders, which are the best rock sliders by far. It's just got every feature you could possibly want. Custom little Beast Fab front and rear bumpers. I'm rocking 38 1350 Wild Peak RT1s. I also have Alpha equipped on this vehicle, but these are the X Commanders. It's a hybrid too, so you can go bead lock, street lock, or just run it bare. And then running long travel kit, goat shocks, which are gonna launch any day now, I promise. And another art wrap from guess who? It's Pureblind, our favorite. Thing rides like a champ. My favorite new thing on this truck is that I got a Procharger, so went up like 40% in the horsepower department. And it rips. Super Pacific canopy camper on the back, all Baja designs, everything. And my second favorite truck here. Another one of my favorite trucks here is this Backwoods Adventure Mods 3rd Gen Tacoma. We built this thing and threw the Dirt King Performance Series OEM with uppers and lowers on it. It's got 35 SCS wheels. Of course, the Backwoods hybrid bumper. What's really cool about these is that they're really lightweight because it's aluminum. It has a steel winch cradle, so this is still really strong, and you have recovery points that are extremely strong. They save a lot of weight by going to aluminum. The factory's incredible. All the Backwoods guys are awesome people. This has an art wrap also. These guys are from Arkansas, so there's a big hog on it. Pureblind did this for us too. We're rocking King shocks. We've done the Archive Garage relocate in the rear, so there's 14 by 2.5 inch shocks back there. It's got the Alpha equipped snorkel on here and a GFC canopy camper. Love these guys. You cannot go wrong with anything Backwoods equipment. This is Jay Couch, Couch Off-Road Engineering and DirtBox Overland. He's known as the Unimog guy, but he's taken this market by storm too. These flatbeds, canopy campers, and a whole bunch of accessories. You want to run through some of the new stuff?
Right on, man. Thank you. Good. So, goodies for normal people vehicles, which would be like the Jeep, the Toyota, all that other stuff, because my world is typically all Mog Central. So now that reality is set in, that these things are actually extremely capable, being the toys and all the other fun stuff, we've developed a slick-ass flatbed system, all aluminum, extruded aluminum setup. Parameter through here, all up through here is all extruded aluminum. What makes this system neat is this is part of the, not integrated system, but modular system. So you've got your main flatbed here, the stainless steel brackets bolt this on. We actually have jacks that you could actually hook onto this, lift the thing up, drive out from underneath, go ahead and put bedsides, turn it into your farm truck or your cattle ride or whatever. But you could also do the half hybrid, like I think you guys have got one on one of the Tundras, I think.
Yep, on Nick's Tundra. We showed that one. Go back a couple of trucks back, and you can see the half box on that Tundra.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
So this is the full box version of that exact same flatbed. This is just smaller because it's on this Gladiator.
That's right.
Show them the drop down, man.
So yeah,
This is
you
really
got.
slick.
So what's cool when you do these enclosed boxes, everything's inside this. It's literally very modular. So I can have this in full dress, lift it off, change out to whatever. But it allows us to do goodies like. So if you're not allowed to camp somewhere, I don't consider it camping if it's not touching the ground. So for my kitchen, I mean that's how I go. I've gotten away with it. So you flip that down through there, this out here. This guy here, we've got a nice little sink set up there. Boom. And then of course you've got your fridge with a tipper. That set up through there so you can get all your goodies. And then down underneath in this toolbox we've also got a sink. We've got our water setup and whatnot in there.
I was super jealous of this. We went to Moab together, and he ran with a bunch of Toyota guys. I won't tell the story about how an FJ Cruiser had to tow this out.
It did not break.
That's the Jeep thing, though. That's a Jeep thing, though. But the flatbed system, man, when it was time to eat, every single one of us was crazy jealous because of this whole system that DirtBox put together. The Canopies, another option. They're about to put Grant from Backwoods. His truck, Arkansas Off-Road, he's got a huge YouTube channel, check him out. They're about to put a flatbed on that with a canopy as well. They're doing some really innovative stuff. Jay is a legend in this world, man, and I can't wait to see what's next for these guys. DirtBoxOverland.com. We do sales and service installations at Mountain Yotas as well, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have too. This is Montera built, Jordan Montera. It's his 3rd gen Tundra here. This is what happens when he tries to work on his truck instead of coming to Mountain Yotas. It just turns into a scramble. They're putting in the new Alpha X lights, but they don't have one of our techs doing it, so look at him. He's sweating, they're freaking out.
I am sweating.
Hey, we got
It's hot. It's not even that hot out here, man.
So let's run through it. Little B's front bumper, he's rocking all Baja Designs, LP4 stuff into there on any Little B's thing. Killing it. You guys already know him. Go check out Jordan's walk around video that we did on the channel. You sort by popularity. It's the top dog in there. We're at Toon Campers now. This is my favorite new canopy camper. We've seen it in person a few times. They're making a whole bunch of noise in the industry. Why don't you tell us about the camper, man?
I'm Sean, one of the founders of Toon. It has the highest space to weight ratio in the market, 390 pounds on the Tacoma. Unique custom extrusions. It's a beautiful design.
And on a Tacoma, you have a queen bed that's standard, but if you pull out the platform, it goes to a king bed option.
Exactly.
It's awesome, and it's a full pop top. All right, you've seen this before. It is Sherpa Motorsports Ultra 4 race truck. We run this at King of Hammers. Mountain Yota's crew is the pit crew. We also take care of the differential work, any re-gear stuff. They trust us to handle this, so you can trust us to handle your rig, especially as a daily driver, because they hammer this thing. Right now they're showcasing it at the Nomad wheel booth. That is a beadlock forged wheel. It's killing it. Nomad's doing some really cool stuff. A lot of more retro vibes going on with the Nomad wheels, and I really dig them. Pureblind did the wrap on this too. This thing's totally hooked up. Riding in, it's crazy because it feels like a side-by-side. You can floss at 85 in the desert, hit anything. Yeah, check out Sherpa Motorsports. Give them a follow. They're doing some really cool stuff, and we're happy to be part of their team too. Oh, hey, speaking of Sherpa Equipment Company, this is Jesse, the Overland Chef's truck that we built. He's rocking a bare aluminum Sherpa rack right now. They also just launched the Sport Series rack, which is kind of a roof rack that's more budget friendly and intended if you're not going to be running anything super heavy on top like a rooftop tent, but you still want to put boxes on top, stuff like that. So a little bit lower price point if you're not as serious about carrying a lot of weight on top. Jesse's rig has gotten really cool lately. He's got a MITS alloy flatbed on the back with a full box. Kitchen gear in there is insane. He's got the brand new ARB bumper on the front, which nobody's really seen before. And Jesse's a great dude. And even though all the Sherpa guys are rude and not very nice to us at all, and we're not friends at all, like, they make a great product. So best roof rack on the market. Check them out. Got to give love to the Tacomooose, our own Dylan Weimer's FJ40. This thing was his dad's. It's freaking awesome, man. The interior is really cool. Just classic. If you ever need anything on even an FJ40, we're happy to help you out too. Check this thing out. Here with Talon at the Diamondback cover booth. This is his rig. I'm sure you've seen it before. It's pretty sweet. Why don't you run us through it, Talon?
This is it, man. So it's a 21 axis cab Tacoma, which not a lot of people have, but the reason I do this is because in the wintertime I run a camper. Main things about it, it's completely wrapped from Jake at Lucid Wraps with my own custom camo pattern. I'm running C4 armor all the way through, the Overland high clearance bumper with the swing out, skids, sliders, all that. Of course, the Diamondback cover keeps all my gear weather sealed, secure, keeps everything dry. And then my own collab tent with Freespirit Recreation. Tri-layer materials, only 110 pounds, affordable. And you guys got one on the spaceship.
The UFO runner has this too. My wife's even slept in it. She's super picky about camping and she absolutely loves it. So yeah, buy one of those from us at Mountain Yotas, man. These things are sweet. I love this wrap. This is his signature wrap. You guys are selling this, right?
Yeah, so I got a lot of material printed. So if anyone wants hood wraps, tailgate wraps, or anything like that, you can hit up Jake at Lucid and get a panel cut out for your own vehicle.
Awesome, man. And you got a Sherpa rack on there, and it's all C4'd out.
Yeah.
Black Rhino. Are those the Armories?
These are the Abrams.
Abrams, right?
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to be switching these out. They just came out with the Shoguns. I haven't checked them out yet, but it's like a new 5-spoke, and they look rad. So.
Awesome. Well, this truck is legendary, man.
I appreciate it.
If you're not already subbed to Talon, you have to. And check out his Feet Finder account too, man. It's got some really hot stuff on there.
Definitely subscribe over there. Thanks, dude.
Thank you. If you know us, chances are you know Pureblind too. They make art wraps, any kind of wraps, even just simple color flips, but they do crazy stuff like this. This is my friend Zach's truck. And you know, they've got their Bronco, they've got their Samus Jeep, which is like literally a famous Jeep, and they even have a Maverick over here. Nobody is doing art wraps like this at all, and we're really stoked to be partnered up with them on a whole bunch of projects. Nick Hughes, the main artist there, is not just one of my best friends and just a great dude, but extremely talented artist, and nobody can touch him in the wrap game as far as I'm concerned, especially with art wraps. The work kind of speaks for itself. It's next level. This is insane. One of the coolest things about something like the Overland Expo is seeing the new vehicles, especially from Toyota. This is the new Land Cruiser. It's got a 2.4 liter iForce Max, but it's pushing 365 horsepower and almost 500 foot-pounds of torque. So even though it's a 4-cylinder, which everybody's going to complain about, especially in our target market, this thing is powerful. I like that it's linked in the rear. We're ready to rock on this. I can't wait to build one fully and see what it can really do. 2024 Tacomas have the same powertrain as that new Land Cruiser, but speaking of links in the rear, we also have links in the rear of a Tacoma for the very first time. A lot of people are going to say that's controversial because leaf springs party pretty hard, but I happen to like links because you can extend those things and make this thing super aggressive off-road. It's going to provide more stability and a better ride quality on-road as well. And look at this thing, man. I mean, it's just style they absolutely nailed. So even though it's a 4-cylinder, there's plenty of options. I know when they switched from the Tundra from being a V8 to a 6-cylinder, there's a lot of controversy, but once you get behind the wheel of one, it's extremely powerful. I think it's going to be the same story with the brand new Tacoma. I can't wait to drive one. If you absolutely refuse to get a 4-cylinder and you gotta have at least 6, the GX is gonna be a perfect option for you. This thing is completely tricked out. You're gonna have to spend more money to get it, obviously, because it's a lot more bougie. But if you do get one of these GXs and you wanna build it, come to us at Mountain Yotas. We'll take care of you. This thing is really nice. It's gonna be pushing a lot of power, fully loaded with all the tech you could ever need. And it's a GX, what else can you say? Look at it. A little bit boxy, but We're at our favorite rooftop tent company, FSR's booth here at Expo Mountain West. This is Claudia. You might know her as Spirit Roamer on Instagram. And this is my favorite rooftop tent here. This is the Evo V2 from FSR. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Claudia?
Yeah, so Evo V2 actually came from our Evo V1, where we kind of listened to our customers and things that they wanted to upgrade on, and we took all that feedback and created Evo V2. Right after releasing Evo V2, I actually took Evo V2 to Baja for 2 weeks. Totally lived out of Evo V2 for that entire time. And I think two of the things that stood out to me was it was the coolest tent during the day when the sun was blazing, but it was also the warmest tent like on the Pacific side of the Baja. It was really cold at night, and I was there in February, so it was still winter time.
Yeah, you can see it's really well insulated on top. I love that the overhang comes out, so like even right now it's hot, and this is on a stand. This is giving us some shade. Even though it pops straight up, it's really easy. Usually these pop-up tents that go up are hard and you need two people to close it. This one though, check this out. You can literally just use one hand, you push down this side, you push down the other, you latch it up and you're ready to rock. Also, it's only 9 inches tall, so it's low enough profile to not worry about the height on it, but you can leave all your bedding inside. It just doesn't get better.
And the best is like you don't really have to push it up, you're just gonna do one quick movement.
Super cool. Has the air core mattress in there too, so it's a really comfortable sleeping surface. Another thing is they're like dark when the sun rises. So if you're all zipped up, you're not going to be woken up by the sun unless you want to be. And it's the tri-layer material, just like every episode tent, right?
Yep. Tri-layer is our signature move.
Yeah, that's
one
one
of the
thing.
warmest in the winter.
It's perfect. Thanks so much, Claudia. Appreciate you.
Thank you.